What's up YouTube, Webberz05 here, coming here today with just a bit of an introduction video for my upcoming Invitational tournament, the Masters 8. So guys, I came up with this for those who have been on my channel a while. You know that I did something like this last year as well. So basically I came up with this because my locals was kind of like, didn't really do too many huger events, so I kind of wanted to have like a bigger style event that all the guys at locals could enjoy. Well, not necessarily all the guys. Basically what I did was I tallied all the tournament scores from throughout the year, and then at the end of the season I invite the top 8 players back to participate in an invitational tournament just for a chance to duke it out to be the best player at locals. Sorry. So I just thought I'd just do this introduction video so you guys can like know a bit about each of the players that's going to be within the invitational, sort of meet the players as it were. If, you know, they were technically here with me, but they're not. But still. So, guys, I'll just go straight into it for that moment. So in 8th place, with a year-to-date score of 83, I will have to look at my laptop to figure out the scores, guys, because there's a lot of numbers that I have to read through. So, with a year-to-date score of 83, the first player is an absolute insane player who's done mastery stuff through Flanderies in the current format. He's absolutely destroyed most of us with the flu strategy, but back in the day he did also have some fun tearing it up with dinos, doing some other stuff. So guys, representing in 8th place for the Masters 8 is my good friend Matt Hazel. Some of you might know him from one of the previous deck profiles I did, showcasing his Flanderies deck and how he performed at YCS London. From most recent one, he actually did the best out of every player at our locals, so really congrats to him for making it this far into this, and really looking forward to seeing what Matt's going to be like in the event. In 7th place, guys, this with a year-to-date score of 97. This player has been known for doing such insane things of getting tremendous hand advantage through Tri-Brigade and Pearly. With that being said, he doesn't care if he's got hand advantage, because if he doesn't have a hand, he's just going to loop you to boredom with Infernity. It's my good friend Max Billingham. So Max has been absolutely stoked for this event to try and get himself a bit of redemption from last year. Because Max did extremely well to get into the event, and then when the event came round, both he and myself kind of didn't do our best, and we both ended up in the bottom half of the bracket straight off. So wants a bit of redemption this year, but I think he's got a pretty good chance of doing so. He's really upgraded his strength in his deck, so really looking forward to seeing what he can do. And also I just want to say a quick huge shout out to Max for also helping me out with building my Palafin deck right now. So guys, as you don't know, for those who have not seen the small updates in my channel, I have been getting into multiple TCGs recently. I've started, my friend Hisham got me into playing Digimon, and I'm really enjoying it so far with Gallantmon. It's such a fun strategy. And I recently saw some of the upcoming stuff in the most recent Pokemon TCG set of Obsidian Flames. Palafin looks absolutely fun, so I've been trying to build that, and Max has been helping me out with it, so huge thank you to Max. But that doesn't mean I'm going to hold back against him during this event. In 6th place, guys, with a year-to-date score of 120. Some of you may have seen him from a deck profile I did back a few months ago from the Chelmsford Regional. It is Chelmsford Regional Champion Sean Harris from the mixed combined locals of Dead Universe and Tabletop Republic. So Sean has been absolutely stoked for this event since he found out about it. Sean is an absolute insane player. In my opinion, he's probably one of the best Sprite players in the country, or in my opinion, probably just one of the best Sprite players I've ever seen, some of the stuff that he's done. So some of you might have seen him from the deck profile that I showcased after the Chelmsford Regional. Some of you might have also seen him from the Sprite mirror match that I uploaded, where literally none of the guys actually had to declare anything that they were doing because they know the deck that well. So yeah, Sean, definitely very confident with that deck. I wonder how confident he is on his chances of winning the Masters 8 though. Next, guys, moving up into moving up into 5th place. This duelist once again making a return from last year's Masters 8. It's my good friend Hisham Seir, or some of you may know him as Spocktech. So Hisham's been really enjoying getting into Pendulum recently once they revealed the Super Heavy Samurai stuff, and he was absolutely gutted when Scarecrow got banned. I mean, yes, that did put the deck in check, but I honestly feel like banning Scarecrow was just a bit too much. But ever since he's found other deck strategies to get into, and also he's kind of gotten into Digimon as well, so I think he's been a little bit more focused on Digimon than Yu-Gi recently, but he still enjoys playing both. So during last year's competition, Hisham got the top score leading into the event. He's kind of dropped off a bit, but he still managed to hold his place. So yeah, looking forward to seeing what he'll be up to, what he's going to be on in this event. And then moving up into 4th place, guys. This player hasn't really I haven't actually checked through my channel. I haven't really done too much with with the next player. I think the only showcase I have of him is from last year's Masters 8 feature match, in which he showcased around Ron. It's my good friend Giorgio Ferrara. So Giorgio is also an insanely good player from the locals. During an OTS championship event that happened recently, he made it into the top 4, so he's got a invite to, I think it's Euros for the next Euros competition. I don't remember which of the two it was. I feel I should remember. I was judging at that event that day, but hey, whatever. So Giorgio is really good on his deck. Really good with his decks. Very into his meta. He's also very good into his. He's very interested in the lesser metas. He's currently a huge fan of Osarctic and Rescue Ace. I think I saw recently when one of the locals did a tier 2.5 event, he absolutely dominated it using Rescue Ace, which was very interesting. I don't know what that does, but still. So from that knowledge, I'm very interested to see what he'll be on for the event. Moving up into 3rd place. This duelist is very well known for playing control strategies, similar to myself, but more into kind of a lockdown perspective that it's more of a, you're not going to be able to do this. He's done some very irritating stuff by playing True Draco, by doing things like True Draco, Lair of Darkness. It's my good friend Will Smith. So Will, I find, is a very strategic player. He's very smart in strategies he comes up with. Some of you might remember him from a few years ago back during Guard Dragon format. He did a deck profile for me of his Orcus Guard Dragon FTK deck, which basically looped the hell out of those 2 Harassics and Cannon Soldier to just burn you out of life points, which was not fun for me going against. Game one, I was just like, okay, he's got the OTK. I'm like, okay, just skip, go to the next game. And then he just proceeded to do the same thing to me again. And basically, once I saw what was happening, and I knew I didn't have a response, I'm just like, nope, I'm not playing this. I'm not getting looped to death again. But so yeah, Will, I definitely think is going to shake up the competition a bit. I'm not actually quite sure what deck Will's on at the moment. I think last time I saw he was on Gold Pride Punk. I'm not sure if he switched things up recently, but definitely going to be interested to see what he's going to be playing. Okay, and going into second place for the Masters 8 competition, this next particular duelist has done some very insane techie stuff in his builds. Like the number of monsters he can tech off Magician's Soul in his deck and make it work is just absolutely insane. Am I sounding big-headed? I feel I shouldn't be sounding so big-headed when I'm talking about myself. Yes, guys, I'm currently in the 2nd place position for the competition. So yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to this. Everyone's been telling me about how much they enjoyed it last year and how they wanted to do it again. I think the only main complaint we had was our choice of location, because at our locals they kind of just dumped us in the basement where there was very minimum space. But this year we've switched things up. We've got a better space, should be, and everyone's happy with it. So yeah, definitely should be good. And also in my case, guys, I'd really like a bit of redemption from last year as well, after getting knocked out of the first 2 rounds and heading straight into the bottom bracket. So yeah, I definitely want some redemption from this year. But I'm not dramatically fussed about whether or not I win or lose. I just want everyone to have a good time. And guys, finally going into first place with a year-to-date score of 180 and subsequently not moving in position after he absolutely dominated last year's competition is my good friend Jude Fowler, or some of you may know him from Team Juicy Yu-Gi-Oh! Or you also might have seen his first place tournament profile that I did on my channel a few months ago. Well, I say a few months, it was probably sometime around last year, because, like, let's be honest, who's playing tournaments recently ever since everything got limited? But yeah, Jude's absolutely stoked for this event. I think he sent me the words for this competition of, like, he said, the level of competition has increased a lot since last year, but he's confident. And unfortunately, guys, that's the doorbell, so I'll be right back. Sorry about that, guys. So as I was saying, so Jude says the level of competition has increased a lot since last year, but he's confident. Well, that's not surprising. Jude is definitely very confident in his abilities to play. Jude has gone through so many different decks. I have no idea what he's going to be playing for this event, but knowing Jude, it's probably going to be something very interesting, considering the things that he's done with some decks. Like, for those who have seen on Jude's channel, Team Juicy Yu-Gi-Oh!, he absolutely dominated an OTS event with Trap Tricks, going completely undefeated after 7 rounds on the simple reason nobody knew jack squat on what the deck did. More recently, I've noticed that Jude's been interested in playing heroes with some of the newest support, which is pretty cool. Gotta respect a hero player every now and then. But so yeah, definitely going to be interested to see how the event goes down. I've also noticed that Jude's been on Gold Pride Punk recently, kind of like Will, but Jude goes through so many different meta and anti-meta based strategies, it's really hard to tell what he's going to be playing, so definitely interested in finding out. And so with that, guys, that's kind of the introduction of who's playing in the event. And for those wondering what's at stake with the event, naturally the winner gets, well, the somewhat bragging rights of being called the best player at locals of that year. Additionally, for participation this year, each player is getting 15 customized sleeves. Just slop it out. See? So these were designed by me. So each part of the sleeve has one monster that represents each one of us. So everyone's getting 15 of these sleeves, so sorts out an extra deck. And the winner of this, and the winner will be walking away with this custom design. With this custom designed playmat. So everyone is absolutely psyched for this event, as am I. Basically trying to spend the next couple of days figuring my deck strategy out. But I did want to also get this video sorted out. I will be, for those wondering, yes, I am planning to record some of the games from the event. But naturally, I'm not sure which games I want to record. Well, naturally, the finals is obvious. Semi-finals, that's just one. Depends who's there. But for the round 1 feature match, guys, I will leave the names and potential deck choices of what each player would probably be using in the description, or possibly in the comments. I'll probably leave it in the comments, and I would be very interested to see in having you guys vote down on who you would like to see in the round 1 feature match. Part of me was thinking that as the current defending champion, Jude should probably get the feature match, but it's not all about what I think for my channel. I'm also always interested in what you guys want to see, so leave a comment down below on who you'd like to see. Thank you so much for watching, guys, and I will see you next time.